Okay, this is the third leg of our Do More with Efficient IT. We did the first two in Mumbai and Delhi, and this is the Bangalore leg. We have covered more than 600 customers, more than 1,000 people have followed this to live streaming. And this is all about how we intend to provide efficiency in your IT environment. The world is changing very, very rapidly, and especially for all of you in the room. You know, your job is not about what we traditionally call keeping the lights on or being a very task-oriented unit, but it's all about not only becoming a business enabler, but also how you can provide more innovation within your businesses. We have spoken to a lot of our customers and used some of those insights to build solutions that are providing cutting-edge solutions to businesses, to people, and to organizations. A lot of that is what you're going to hear about today. But let's quickly spend time on how are your roles changing, right? Okay. First of all, the premium is all on efficiency. You know, this is a buzzword that's often being used. You know, you are all required to provide efficiency, and then how do you leverage that efficiency to bring business value, business agility, and more money? Okay. I do not believe any one of you are any more measured on what's your IT cost per seat, what is your utilization, you know, what is the price per kilowatt. It is instead about how can I now use IT to develop newer business models? How can I improve end user productivity? How can I get the businesses to be more agile? How can I get faster realization of my investments? How can I accelerate my go-to market? And this is all that's been really spoken about. And the key here to unlocking all these efficiencies is innovation. And how do you innovate in your business? Okay? And as you know, our firm belief in Dell is technology has the power to do a lot more for the community. We can serve society at large, for example, by providing the best healthcare to people, to providing quality education to the poor, by providing IT policies that provides great governance for senior citizen policies or senior citizen projects. This is the power of IT, and I think it's important for all of us to know that this cause should not be lost on all of us. I believe there are a lot of Dell users within this room, and this is not something which is new. Our philosophy or our point of view around solution is about providing solutions which are open. Okay, we want you to have flexibility. We want you to have choice. We will not inundate you with proprietary technology because we believe that kind of locks you in. It becomes expensive in the long run. We also want to ensure that our solution work with the best of networking solution, with the best of storage solution, with the best of server solution, so that it brings immense amount of value within your organizations. I'm going to focus on three key themes or three focus areas that will help you provide high levels of efficiency within your organization. The first one is what we call consumerization. You know, consumerization of IT. It's something they're doing the round of the IT circles for quite some time now. What is this all about? Mobile technology is kind of breaking the barriers today, right? It's no longer a 9-to-5 workplace. I do not believe that anybody today can hope to be successful by just working in a 9-to-5 kind of a work environment. It is 24/7. You know, even while sitting here, I'm sure some of you would probably be checking your mails over your mobile phones, right? People want unbridled access to network resources. Okay, this is about having any kind of resource, any kind of device, and having access to the network at any point in time. It's all about the virtual era, uncompromised connectivity at all points in time. This provides a confluence of different challenges to all of you, right? As CIOs, you know, how will I manage so many different heterogeneous devices in my environment? How will I ensure security because I am going to loosen my IT standards? Okay, what about the kind of users? How many users will I provide access? Okay, what is the payout time? You know, what is going to be the modernization of applications? How will the application ports on so many different devices? It's a different confluence of IT challenges that you are faced with. And this is no longer only an IT decision, it is a business decision, because the next generation knowledge worker will want to work with companies that provide the best end user technology and also provide innovative policy that help them use this within their network, right? So it's a talent recruitment and management tool now. So as you get into the boardrooms and talk about newer business models and talent retention strategies, this becomes a business strategy. It's no longer an IT decision, clearly. And you might want to look at how will I implement, let's say, for example, a bring your own device kind of a policy within the organization. And it's important to note the role of social media here. I believe that social media has the potential to change the paradigm of IT computing and business models in the next decade, right? And I'll give you an example of what Dell is doing, to harness the entire use of social media as an application tool, right? Way back in 2009, for all our users, we allowed them access to their social sites within the Dell firewall. So you had 100,000 plus people, having access to all our customers on the outside world, okay? We built a social media community team that started kind of certifying all these users, because it's important to know what should be spoken, what's not to be spoken, what are you communicating, and so on and so forth, right? Today, we have 22,000 communications daily. We are using digital properties like Orkut, Twitter, Facebook, and the salespeople are friends with our customers online. It is unimaginable some years back, but today it is happening. And it has meant for Dell a complete culture shift. We have loosened our IT standards, we've brought in BYOD processes, we've got certifications going, we've got training going, and we have 110,000 people talking to customers and making them Dell enthusiasts and promoters of the brand. I think that's a big differentiator for us in the market. And that's something that clearly you would want to use. Social media is pervasive. I need not talk a lot about it. All of you know it. And when you start looking at building such a mobile infrastructure, it is important you look at infrastructure that reduces your cost, reduces the administrative burden, improves security, but enhances your productivity. One of the ways you do that is by using the cloud. So when you look at such a complex infrastructure and the needs of the users, you need an infrastructure which is flexible, which is scalable, can be virtualized on demand. Okay? And cloud has the potential to deliver business outcomes for your businesses. It is supposed to be looked upon as a business enabler. And the first step in the journey towards the cloud is how do you bridge the gap between what is the real potential of the cloud to the understanding that your top executives or the users have about the cloud. People are very hesitant to put data or something which is critical to them on the cloud. Okay? And I think there are three important things that we must really be talking about here. The first one is cloud is all about invest as you need. Okay? It's an internal pool of resources which you can scale as needed and invest as needed. The dynamic allocation and the resourcing within the cloud helps or avoids the need to oversize any kind of IT infrastructure. Second is time to market, right? It accelerates your time to market because the rapid provisioning within the cloud helps the time to value relationship with your businesses, and that in itself provides a great value. And the third is your own reduction of your own IT burden, right? The overheads in managing by enabling something called as a self-service portal, correct? So you can have the end users go and provision the workloads that they want through a self-service portal without IT intervention. In the good old days, if you needed, a project team needed X number of computing, Y number of terabytes of storage with this kind of an OS, he would have to wait for perhaps days to get it provisioned. Today you can do it through a self-service portal on the fly. Now it's also important to note that how you deploy the cloud. Not every configuration is the right configuration. Now, Dell believes that cloud everything is not the answer to your problems. It's about how you use cloud so that you can integrate some of the operations that you have in the cloud. And the reason I am talking about the cloud here is because Dell has a big stake in the cloud. We are a member of the OpenStack community for public cloud. We have great offerings called vStart and Viz on the private cloud. 18 of the 25 largest cloud providers are powered by Dell infrastructure. And we have made some great acquisition in the past. Company like Boomi, company like SecureWorks, InsightOne, and my colleagues who follow me will talk a little bit about that. And finally, it is about your data center, the core of your business. Now, virtualization is completely commoditizing the data center. Your data centers of the future are all going to be virtual. So it's important you start looking at some of the things that you're going to put into the data center. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, what's our point of view around this. You look at our servers, the 12G range of servers. If I'm talking of an orchestration tool from Dell, believe me, it will work with a server from HP. It will work with a storage from EMC. It will work with some other equipment from somebody else. We have no hang-ups about that at all. Because, we do not want you to reap and replace everything that you have within your infrastructure. It just does not work. What you need to do is marry the best of what you have with what's available, because I personally, we do not feel we can go out innovating everything in the industry today. So that's really very important. And a quick word on some of the investments that we are making. We've invested about $1 billion. We invested $1 billion in state-of-the-art solution center, state-of-the-art data centers. We are almost through with the first phase. We have invested in about 20 to 25 companies in the last 2-3 years. And they have given us capabilities in the areas of cloud, mobility, data center, services. You know a few of them. Pero is clearly one large company we've acquired, Ecologic, Complement, and a lot of other things that you will hear about. We are investing in vertical solutions for healthcare. Insight One is a great vertical solution acquisition for the healthcare industry, in education, in IT, in ITI. Most importantly, we have invested in our people. Because ultimately you will buy from people. The thought about having great relationship with our customer is not lost on us. We still believe in a single point of accountability story. You will still have a single account manager who will be addressing you, supported with an army of people at the back. But it's all about specialists that we have invested in the areas of storage, networking, next generation compute solution. And I think we will bear all the solutions to life for all of you. So quick takeaways. Okay, I spoke about 3 things. Consumerization as a business strategy, social media as a business application. Second is all about how you can highly virtualize and transform your business by really looking at unleashing efficiencies within the data center. And third is how do you get business agility by working through the cloud. Okay, and by the way, this is all open. These are some of the customer references that we have had. Okay, we have, all of these are in India. Highly scalable data center virtualized solution at Apollo, be it ERP infrastructure deployment at Adhunik, HPC cluster for Nimhans, scalable infrastructure for cloud-based solutions for SpectraNet, and we have a lot more. I would request all of you to reach out to any one of us during the breakouts if you want to learn a lot more about what we are starting to deploy with our customers in India. And before I end, okay, I just wanted to say that, we have, like Ranjit said, we have a whole army of people here. We've got specialists, we've got subject matter experts, we've got the account team. Request you to spend some time to familiarize with some of the things that we can do with you. We believe that we have invested in technology, in people, in the right companies that help provide great amount of innovation for your businesses. And we really look forward to a partnership with all of you. I hope you have a good evening, and we will catch up over dinner. Thank you so much.